can I just say one thing firstly? I love the name Eat Sleep Boxing Repeat.
Hello and welcome back to ESBR Boxing YouTube channel. Delighted to be joined by Niall. We are in final prediction mode for a massive unification fight happening in the super flyweight division on Saturday, 22nd of November in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Bumper card, Niall, isn't it? And this is just one of a plethora of big fights and world title fights on the card. I think there's 4 or 5 world title fights in total. This being one of them, arguably the best between undefeated Jesse Bam Rodriguez and the undefeated Fernando Martinez as well. Before we get into it and give you our final predictions, if you're watching this video and not doing so already, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. It makes a huge difference to us. And yeah, follow us on social medias, like the video, let us know in the comments your thoughts, all of that. And yeah, we're really looking forward to this fight card. We hope you are too. So yeah, without further ado, Mal, take it away, mate. What is your final prediction for Jesse Bam Rodriguez, Fernando Martinez?
Yeah, I'll get straight into it as it won't be much of a, I'd say, surprise to most people, but I am going for a Bam win. I'm going for a Bam Rodriguez stoppage here. I think speaking about this fight on other occasions, and I still believe it in that Martinez's aggression, I think, will be his undoing here. As mad as that might sound, the likes of when he fought Phil Malala Cafu, Bam, Cafu was very negative, as if you remember rightly, and he just park off in the corners and just maybe trying to survive is a bit harsh, or maybe it's not, but kind of parking off in the corners, looking to kind of negate the angles, the footwork of Jesse Bam Rodriguez. Could see what he was trying to do, but yeah, Martinez is gonna come, meet him in the center of the ring, take center ring, and look to be his usual bullish, aggressive self. And I just think that'll play right into Bam's hands to use those angles, use that variation, that punch variation. And I can see I'll go for a late stoppage, maybe championship rounds 10 to 12. And I have a feeling I can see a body shot getting it done here. Martinez, he tucks in tight, comes forward, and I can see Bam kind of picking him off to the body and maybe hitting him with one that he can't get up from. But yeah, that's my prediction. I'm going for a Bam knockout, rounds 10 to 12 for me.
Nice one, mate. Yeah, I mean, not only have you given picked your winner, not you've picked it via your method, you've picked the rounds, and you've even called the shot. So if Bam Rodriguez wins via body shot knockout in round 10, 11, 12, whatever it is, well, fair play to you, mate. That's some call. I do agree. I'm in agreement with your prediction, mate. I'm going for Bam. I'm also going for a stoppage. I think can't really add much more to what you said. I think it's one of them where like Fernando Martinez is undoubtedly a world class fighter. Undoubtedly one of the best at 115 pounds in the division. You know, top three, top four, top five, definitely. But I think in Jesse Bam Rodriguez, you've got a fighter who is just that level above. Like, your Martinez's of this world. Like, even you look back to when, like, Sonny Edwards and all that, like, world, obviously that was down at flyweight, but like world class. And then you've got Bam Rodriguez up here. I think he's just a whole other level, calling like the elite level. Up 10 pound for pound, without doubt for me. Bam Rodriguez. And I think he adds another belt. I'm sure of it. I think he adds that WBA belt to his already WBO and WBC belts. Stoppage, I feel, will come in the second half of the fight. I'll maybe go a little earlier than you. I'm gonna go maybe round 7, 8, 9. So just in those that kind of range. So we're both going for the second half of the fight. So that would maybe be a safe bet. If you were to listen to Nine and I's prediction here and want to put a bet on, maybe go for the second half of the fight. Just
I
to
don't
be
know if
sure.
that'd be advised, but yeah, I don't know if
Yeah,
that'd be
yeah.
advised.
Place bets at your own risk, of course. But yeah, mate, I'm not going to really add much more. I think I'm not going to be as ballsy as you and call the shot, but think it's just the complete package. Jesse Bam Rodriguez, he body work, is mixing it up from body to head. His footwork, his angles, his punch selection, his variety, his power. All of that is just class. His ring IQ, his defense as well. None of that really. So far, I haven't seen any of that lacking. And I think he's also happy. if he needs to take a shot just to get his off. And you look at that run he's been on. What an incredible fighter we're talking about here, and I do hope that. Well, not the fact that we're backing him to add a third belt here. I do hope he goes on to maybe add that final um, IBF belt to become undisputed before a potential move up to bantamweight, which he may well happen sooner rather than later. Obviously, Nakatani relinquishing 2 belts, moving up to super bantamweight himself. So does Bam maybe potentially see a gap there for that he can go up and become a 3-time world champion? Would it be 3-weight world champion? Or yeah, so I think yeah, Bam Rodriguez is the real deal, mate. I'm not going to add much more. And just finally, before we round off, mate, I know this is a final prediction video, but I do want to ask you win this against Fernando Martinez, which we're both predicting, do you feel that it is all roads lead to undisputed, or do you think we could maybe just see something else or a move up and weight sooner rather than later, or do you think that the fact that he's wanting to add a third belt here signals that he wants to become undisputed?
For the sake of, I love Bam, and I hope kind of for the sake of his legacy on paper, I hope he does go for undisputed. It's always such a big notch on your belt to have that undisputed crown. But you mentioned names like it was just such not a pity because he's gonna end up fighting Knight anyway. But I hope one day maybe Bam gets to share the ring with the likes of a Junter Nakatani as well. He's already fought top class fighters, but if he was to move up, which is definitely in the near future at the bantamweight, a bantamweight division without Junter Nakatani now, I think there is some very interesting fights there, but I think Bam could go undisputed at 118 as well. I really do. I just think he's that good. And just we could wax lyrical about him all day, but as you said, like with Martinez, these are world class fighters that we're talking about, and it sounds like we're almost doing them a disservice in a way when we're comparing them to the likes of Bam or Inoue is the same, and we're talking about him. They're just operating on a different planet to these world class fighters, and it's just incredible. But yeah, I think he will go for undisputed, and I think he gets it without sounding too harsh. I'd say minimum fuss.
Yeah, I know we don't want to sound disrespectful to these fighters because, as you said, they are all world class, but there's world class and then there is your elite level. And I think Jesse Bam Rodriguez is very much part of that elite level. So yeah, fingers crossed going for fingers crossed he gets not fingers crossed he gets through this. If Martinez pulls off the upset and he could go on to become an undisputed champion or whatever at 115 before potentially moving up. We don't know, but I think we're both predicting Bam to win. I think most boxing fans will agree with us now. So yeah, looking forward to this one. Looking forward to the entire card. So many good fights on it. A few absolute crackers. I think there could be a few stoppages on that card as well. I hope there's not a lot of points victories, but I do feel there could be a few stoppages. I think you and I are in agreement. This is going to be one of them. But now that's all we've got time for. Appreciate your time and your prediction as always. Thanks very much. And guys, let us know in the comments your thoughts. And as always, please do subscribe to that channel. If not doing so already at ESBR Boxing. Cheers, mate.
Cheers. Take care.